Hi, everyone. So today I'm coming to you. We're going to be making a video on a keychain that we're going to make. Today I'm making a keychain with a set of balloon charms, some little silver spacers, a variety of colors of beads. I've already laid out the color order I'm going to use them on. It also is going to have a circular keychain. I have here a piece of wire that I'm going to be using that's coated. I also have some different tools I'll be using. And just wanted to talk to you before I get started here about the choices that I made and why I made the choices I did. So, when I started selling individual items, I went with the theme of handmade items as far as jewelry and bookmarks and everything goes. I wanted it to be unique. Each individual item, not not an identical one out there unless somebody copied it and made it. That would be individually for that person. And I started listing things on eBay like that. Well, eBay is a hard niche to get seen in because there's so many different items in there for people to search for. And people don't really go on eBay looking for handmade items, I don't believe. So I then went over to Etsy and started trying to add my stuff on Etsy. And Etsy is just such a large market of handmade items, uh, which it does okay, I guess. So far, it hasn't done much for me. So I went to the Amazon and I decided, well, let's try a better platform, a more sound platform that everybody knows about worldwide, Amazon, um, and decided to start building my merchandise to be put on Amazon. And, when you go onto Amazon, it's not really looking for a market of one item that's unique. Um, it wants multiple of the same item. So, with that being said, I had to, rethink my strategy because I had been making things one unique item, and Amazon's not looking for one unique little $10 to $20 item. It's looking for multiples of that one item. And to put it on Amazon, they have to be identical. So now I'm changing to get my stuff on Amazon identical. Like I made these earrings. I made, I think it's 6 sets of them, and they're all identical. So I've got those going on Amazon. I also have these going on Amazon, earrings. I'm making these keychains today with y'all to go on Amazon. And then later on, I'm going to be making these teddy bears here as a not unisex, as a birthday. My mind's all over the place. I'm doing birthday keychains, trying to talk about a different item. As a gender reveal earring. So I'm going to do one blue, like this type, and then I will be doing another earring that's going to be done in pink colors, that I thought would be great for gender reveal parties. So that's to come. But today we're going to do this keychain, like I said, and um, just gave you a little bit of back theory thinking here of what I'm dealing with trying to put on different platforms to sell and what sells best on what platforms. Um, and how you want to skew your items for that particular platform. eBay is great for unique one-off items. Amazon is good for multiples. Etsy is good for homemade, crafty type things. Um, and unique items. But you really have to build your page there and be unique, you know, uh, which to me has been the hardest one to work with so far is Etsy. Um, eBay to me, after I learned it, it was easy. Amazon seems easy once you learn it, but Etsy, I'm still dealing with it. Every time to go put an item on there, I feel like I'm just getting lost in the shuffle. So that one to me is my hardest one to deal with so far. Um, just for people that are thinking about selling or wanting to sell, um, definitely give it a lot of thought about where your items will do best and what type of items are you making? Are you making multiples of one type or are you making individual items? So, but let's get started. I've rambled on enough. So this is my tool that I use here for um, making a circular item at the end of my keychain. So it has a little hole here that it goes through, and you just put it straight through that. And it cuts off the end of it, so that's fine if it cuts off the end. I usually bend it up like this, and then I take my clamp and cut it, and it cuts the end off, but then it makes a nice circular ring at the end. Then I take my pliers here and flatten that out because you don't want somebody to get poked with that, that cut piece there at the end. And as you can see, mine has a coating on it. I usually peel that coating off the bottom of it. Just chunk it over to the side for now. And then as I was thinking about making these, I knew I wanted to have the silver kind of pop. So my first thing I'm going to put on it is the spacer here. So I slide down my spacer. You can see it goes directly onto it there. Then we're going to add in 4 colors. We're going to start with the pink. Then we're going purple, light blue, green. Then I'm going to put in another little spacer. Whoops. Goodness gracious. All right, a little spacer in between. Then I'm going to go with the light green, yellow, orange, and red. And then I'll put another little spacer. Then I'm going to add in my little keychain hook, like that. We're going to put this back in there. And we're going to, once again, clamp it. All right. I don't know why I clamped it at one end and not the other. I should have actually cut my wire there, but that's okay. We'll do it this way instead. We'll go ahead and cut it, shoot it across the room, put back in this little spacer at the end. We'll use that one for the next keychain. So that's what it's going to look like so far. Then we have this keychain here. I was just thinking about it that I really need to add in a jumper at the bottom of that. So I'm going to use a little silver jumper. So let me grab out 8 of those as well. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only need 8. So we're going to put that back in there. So we're going to go ahead and open this up a little bit. And I don't know if I'm using this the best way or if I'm just using it the only way I know. But as I'm making this, I'm just going through and doing the best I know how to do myself personally. Doesn't mean some people don't do it differently, but this is the way I do my stuff. Clamp that closed there. Well, make sure you get it real good close, that way it doesn't slide out on you. You're going to go ahead and attach it there. You're going to put your wire back in. And you really got to be careful doing this because I'm using glass beads and you don't want your glass beads to get crimped or broke because you're putting the force behind it, closing these up. Goodness, it's got a hold of that good. There we go. All right, so I've got that in there. Then I'm going to just take my wire here, my cutters,